All right, welcome back. If it's your first time on the channel, my name is Gabe. I'm a real estate investor from South Texas. I self-manage about 80 something units that I have on my own that I've grown over the last 4 years. I take you guys through what a day looks like for me being a full-time real estate investor. Today, it's Monday, my busiest days, because I'm gone in Houston most of the week. I come back Monday, Tuesday, deal with my portfolio. So got a bunch of running around to do, meet with contractors on 2 of the projects I have finishing up. I have to deliver a notice to vacate for one of my Section 8 tenants that I'm not kicking out, but essentially kicking out because of the damages they did to the property. Her mom got locked up, long story short. So they're going to be moving on. So I have to go issue the notice to vacate. I'll show you guys that. And then a bunch of other just little running around tasks. I might not videotape those just because there's not a lot of talking going on. We have to meet the countertop guy to go over countertops for one of my projects. And yeah, I'm just going to run you guys through what a day looks like as a real estate investor with an 80-unit rental portfolio. Yeah, don't get them mixed up.
Yeah, it's only two. Bring them over here. It's only two drops. They take those two outside. Put them on the truck. But yeah, they're not the same ones. What's going on, yeah? How's it going?
What's up, how you doing?
Oh, doing
all right. So kind of the same deal. Wrap the countertop around it. Probably like a 12-inch overhang would be safe without it being too heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is solid, no stove or anything?
No, it's solid. Yeah, the same over here. Stoves to the right, so this will all be solid over here as well.
This is gonna be flush. Or
Please.
You add anything here?
We're not gonna add anything.
Standard overhang here.
Yeah, because we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna have enough, but we're gonna do these underneath it, and I'll have to see if we're gonna have this gap. We're probably gonna have to do on this side as well. I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough room. Hey Eddie. So on the side here, over here, obviously I bought these to get cut up to go on the back side. But he's asking standard overhang on this side, or are we going to have a...
I'm just going to put a 1/4-inch panel to cover it. That's it.
Okay.
So you're just going to put a quarter. Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to run the 1/4-inch panel all the way back here, and I was going to trim out the corner.
Okay. But then we're going to do that. Those on the front side.
Run this to the end of it. And then
yeah, it's like they're standing up like that. Run it all the way across. There should be enough there to do it.
No 1x4, nothing here after the trim. No. I mean after the quarter. No, we're just gonna put a trim piece over here on this side. This is gonna be 1x4. So if you want to, I can picture frame it though. I'm just trying to figure out so I know my overhang will cover everything. Then yeah, go ahead and add the 3/4 on it. I'll picture frame it to trim it all out. Well, it's gonna be a full inch because it'll be the 1/4-inch panel. So right. Yeah. So you'll put a 1/4, a 3/4, and then I'll do my overhang. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Thanks, Eddie.
And this is your stove here.
Stove there. Sink's going to be, if we could center it on this.
Center right here?
Yeah, please. And the standard undermount.
Single bolt still?
Please.
Double layer. We're gonna build up that floor with that mat top in it right now. Hey, go set up that ladder on the sideway so I can get on the roof and take pictures of it real quick.
Something.
Yeah, we're in the front room. We're gonna take pictures of that room.
Have you checked to see if we have enough flooring here for that? For this?
I'll get a
Yeah, because if not, the stuff that I got, it's the same color, but they have it. They had a thicker version, so it's like a half a mil thicker. So I have that. I have that in the back of my truck, but I was only gonna. I have it for another project, but if you don't have like exactly enough, like make sure you have enough to do this whole spot, because I'm not getting that. Because if you don't, I'll have you swap it out for the thicker stuff. I think there's like what 28 in a box or something like that.
23 square feet.
23.
So.
There's 10 in here.
So 30 boxes. So you got 230 square feet then? So I don't think that's going to be enough right here.
No, that's not. 30 times 23.
30 times. Oh, that's 246.
You said 30 boxes, right?
Yeah, 30 boxes.
So that's 690.
Yeah.
That's not enough. Okay. All right. Have your guys unload what's in my truck and load this into my truck, and we'll swap. Because I have a pallet in my truck. How you doing? Good.
When you pulled up, it was already open?
What's that?
The gate.
What's that? This?
Yeah.
No, I just blew open when I walked back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some black guy was trying to give you a fishing pole or something.
I'm being occupied. Okay. Alright. Thank you.
When do you think you'll be out?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I'll be honest about it. Because, to move, we need vouchers. That's going to be on, they're going to come back on the 19th. Which doesn't give us a whole lot of time to do. Like, I'm happy to ask for extra wages, but yeah, we're March 1st. It's going to be really tight. I can definitely have everybody else gone by March 1st, and they're just going to have to tough shit it, but as a grandma, we might need, like, the first week of March. Possibly
I don't. They're not going to give you their voucher on the 19th. So, because if I have to evict you, you're going to lose the voucher either way. So, you guys probably should be out of there before that. If you guys are out of there by March 1st, I don't care if you go stay somewhere for a couple weeks until you get your voucher. I'll let you. I'll take the voucher with you, and I won't evict you. But if you're not out of here by March 1st, I'm going to have to evict you guys.
Alright, so as long as we're out.
As long as you're out by March 1st, this is what's going to happen. Because how it works is John's going to come back and re-inspect it.
Right.
He's going to say it's not. He's obviously going to fail it again.
Yeah.
So after that happens, there's another window to fix stuff.
Right.
And then that's when, after that goes by, if you fix everything you're supposed to fix and the place is presentable, he'll come back and he'll say, okay, hey, it failed on the landlord's part, which was planned for.
Yeah.
And then, but obviously that would be because of the floor that I would then go after you guys for to fix or whatever. So to skip all of that, if you're out by the 1st, what's going to happen is he'll come back. As long as you fix everything inside, it's on, everything else, he'll fail it on my end, and that'll release the voucher for you guys.
Okay.
But that won't happen until that's past that second time. So we're already going to be into March. I know that.
Yeah.
So as long as you are out by March 1st, I won't evict you, because if you're still here March 1st, I'm going to evict you, and at that point you'll lose the voucher no matter what happens with the failing of whatever. But what we'll do is, well, like I said, to get around it, we'll let it fail on my side, so that way it leaves, because I don't want to hang you guys out to dry. Yeah. That'll let you take the voucher with you, but you still have to be out by March 1st.
Okay.
I can do that. You get that?
Yeah, I can do
that. I think that's the best way for both sides to be able to cordially go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll plan for that, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yep. What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Not too bad. Pull the stove out.
Yeah, I was thinking you actually can, if you want, you can put it over there.
Uh-huh.
We need to take it to another of my properties anyways,
Okay.
so don't worry about putting it back there. You're all right.
I'm a jammer.
No, I mean, I'm the same way. So, but yeah, so go ahead and take it and just you can just set it over there. Yeah, my guys will come and pick it up.
Okay. Are you changing this to electric or is it going gas?
No, well, I wish we could change to electric, but I'm not. Oh, we're already so far behind now.
Right,
It's
right.
we're leaving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a day and just leave it gas, but
Yeah,
because they're a pain in the ass to find.
they are.
So I'd much rather go electric, but
Yes.
gas it is.
So check this out. I started to tell you that story yesterday, but so I bought all my tools got stolen off the last job. I mean, somebody kicked the door in. There was some crackheads. I found them, but you know, I've got friends that are cops. I'm calling them. They're like, Mike, there's nothing you can do unless you catch him with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, dude, how about
I always tell my guys, hey, like etch them or something, so that way you can tell because they'll find them. My main worker, he does all my he's like my handyman. He does all my repairs and stuff. He was at one of my houses fixing something, and he's like, "Hey, dude, I think your tenant has my toolboxes. They were stolen out of my truck like a year ago." And I was like, I was like, well, I mean, he probably got them from a pawn shop. I doubt he's the one that took them. I'm like, he doesn't even have a truck, so there's no way he would take them, you know. But I'm like, do you have is there markings on them? Like, he's like, no, I saw my vacuum and I spray painted it black, and I know that. I'm like, dude, that's impossible. That's hell. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, this guy's been a tenant of mine for 4 years. He actually was a tenant who lived here, and I'm like, he's been a tenant for 4 years, dude. He's ex-military. I really don't think this guy would take your tools. And I'm like, plus it had to be, it was before you were even working for me. So it wasn't like you were at the job site or something like that and someone took it. He's like, yeah, he probably got them. I'm like, everybody buys stuff from pawn shop.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
everybody does.
I've
everybody does. If you work, because he's a tinkerer too. Like he used to be, like he has a bad knee now, so he doesn't really do stuff now.
My earliest went to put on me. I had a nice sprayer. And it just died. I've had it for a long time, but I keep them working well.
Yeah.
But I use it on that big building, and just on the last job I was on, it just died. Like the backflow hose just blew up on me. And so
my main contractor, he says that he gets a new sprayer like every second job. He's like,
absolutely.
It doesn't. He's like, it's pointless to sit there and spend hours trying to clean them and stuff like that. He's like, they eventually die anyways.
Well, those type right there, they're pretty cheesy. That's probably what he's referring to.
Yeah.
They're cheap enough to replace.
Yeah.
I'm actually a true painter, so I use the $2,000 machine.
Oh yeah, the one you're not gonna throw away.
Yeah, it got stolen from me too. But
did it?
Anyways, so I referred to that with my nail gun, and ironically, I was telling you a story about my impact drill.
Yeah.
So I had the DeWalt impact drill right along with the rest of my DeWalt stuff. It just wasn't there; just the drill was. And the charger, I guess, and they took that right along with all the other tools. It just happens to be there, like this stuff here is. They just came in and cleaned it out.
Yeah.
And, I had just started the trim package. I'm really good at trim. So I did the whole house, and it was way bigger than this. And I started to do the trim package, and I'm a busy man. I got a phone call. I get them every day, and I had a guy with the HOA that's begging me to hurry up and get my paper to him.
Yeah.
He's like, I need a physical copy of it so I can take it. I'm going in tomorrow. I was like, oh, man, dude, that's a little fast. But if you want to meet me in Flower Bluff, I can give it to you.
Yeah.
So he's like, fantastic. So I left the job. I locked it up. 45 minutes in the middle of the day, just like this. Gone for 45 minutes. Dropped off the bid and came right back. And by the time I got back, I was standing there, called my wife, going, hey, oh, that would hurt because my Cadillac, man, that DeWalt nail gun and all that. Yeah. So I break down and I'm like, babe, I gotta have an impact drill. I said, it's one of my main tools. I gotta have it. So I go and buy me a new one. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to keep it in your Jeep because she always loves her Jeep.
Yeah.
Like, beep, beep, you hear it all the time.
Yeah. Hi. How you doing? Good. Gabe.
It's 4-bedroom, right?
It is.
How long was the tenant here?
A year?
A year?
Yep.
It's a nice area. It's very quiet.
Very beautiful, yeah. This is where most of my homes are, in this same little pocket of, yeah, very quiet neighborhood. I will say it's a bunch of Karens, so you gotta cut your grass and take care of it. If not, they'll let you know. But yeah, very good neighborhood, safe neighborhood. They are. It's an older home, so back in the day, they had pretty big bedrooms back in the day. Not so much like how it is now. Yes. It does open, yes. It's a garage. It's not an automatic door opener, but you have to manually open it. But yes, it opens.
I have like holiday crates and stuff, so like if I want to go and put stuff in storage, is that
Yeah, that's probably the best thing. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Deposit, are you willing to work with me on deposit, or would you need that up front?
Up front.
Okay.
Yeah, I just spread them out.
Spread them out?
Yeah. Was it, the back door was open?
Yeah, this is
Okay. But the other ones are locked, right? Where's Nick at?
He was at freaking Home Depot.
I don't know, man. He ain't been to the house yet. It's fucking 11:15. So I don't really tell y'all guys what y'all do with y'all schedule, but I mean I expect it to be done today.
Stuff to knock out.
Yeah, I mean whatever. If I give y'all something to do, it needs to be done. So I don't want to hear, oh, I still got a couple hours to do. Like, no, you better have it done because you're not showing up till 11:30. That ain't a good fucking sign.
No, open the top so I can throw them up there first. I work my way down.
No, just.
Oh, you want them in here?
Yeah, we can just. It don't matter where.
Oh, okay. So I can put them in here.
Yeah. We probably should spread them out. I'll open up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll open up one.
I'm ready to get my leg is barely starting to feel better.
I almost said like, hey, are you good?
Yeah, my leg is barely starting to feel better.
Yeah, actually, you can put a decent amount of them can go in here because this is one of the only ones we're actually doing because it has carpet. Yeah, the other ones don't have carpet.
Yeah, that girl had an eviction.
And you were the witness?
Yeah.